How's life of a writer? You're always full of ideas of further books, or it's one book from one book to the next?
Okay. Yeah. I have usually lots of ideas in my head, and as I'm finishing one book, then usually I start to think about another idea. Sometimes I have like 3 or 4 ideas and I'm not sure which one to use. So then I talk about it out loud, and usually the one that's the most ready is the one I can tell when I talk about it out loud. I can hear which one sounds like it's like I'm more excited about it or it's more ready to go.
Is your husband the first reader?
Often he is. He's certainly one of the first. And he sometimes reads like the first half maybe before, you know. But so my husband, my older daughter, and a friend of mine who reads what I'm writing as I'm writing. Not like every chapter, but he'll read the first chapter, and then he'll read, say, the first 5 chapters, and then maybe the first half of the book, and then the whole book.
So you have an inner circle that helps you.
So yeah, I think you need to know, you need to have people around to tell you, because you get too close to it. You know, when you're writing it, and you can't tell anymore whether it's good or bad or interesting, and you have all this information in your head, so you know too much really, and you're not always sure what you've conveyed to the reader. So it's important for me to know, you know, if the characters are interesting, if they're believable, if you want to know more about them, if the story is moving along, if you got bored, when did you get bored, why did you get bored, if you don't like one of the characters, why not, that kind of thing, you know, because, you know, as I say, I'm too close to the material, so I can't be very objective.
As a result of this, have you ever stopped a book project, or are there some unfinished things
that only happened once, where I started a book and I just didn't like it very much, wasn't that interesting, and I had another idea that suddenly was much more interesting to me, so I just chucked the first idea and wrote the second one instead. But usually I stick with, you know, usually I don't really usually tackle a book until I'm pretty excited about the idea.
You always choose women as main characters, and they are very strong, and how much of this women are you?
Me? Look, there's a lot of me in all the women. There sometimes to different degrees. Some aspects of my personality come out stronger in different books. There's a lot of my humor in the women. There's a lot of, I think, my strength, my temper sometimes, because I have a pretty quick temper. I am very impatient. Yeah, I mean, there have been a few books too where I have men as one of the main characters, but mostly it's about women. And so yeah, I use me, I use my daughters, I use my friends. You know, we're all in there.
How long does it take you to write a book roundabout? Can it vary a lot, or is it?
It's usually around the same length of time. I'm slower now than I used to be, though. I used to be faster. It's probably a year from the time I first get an idea till the time the book is finished.
Okay.
And of that, maybe 6 to 8 months of actual writing. And we travel a lot, so you see it gets interrupted, my routine gets interrupted a lot, and then it's kind of hard to get back into the routine. It takes me a little, you know, about a week to get back into the routine, and then a few weeks later we go somewhere else, so it's, so I'm not as fast as I used to be.
you like the German public, the German readers. I think
Oh,
I've
they're
read
wonderful.
That.
They're
And
wonderful
what is it
because
about them that, yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to tell me why they like my books. I don't know, but I think it's wonderful. I think generally the German audience is very appreciative and very dedicated. You know, they like my books. They've stayed quite faithful. They're very intelligent. You know, they ask good questions. They take the books seriously, which is nice. And I think they just kind of get me, which is very nice. We seem to have a shared sensibility. So I love the German audiences. They're great. You know, I can't believe it's October.